I am a man who walks alone, and when I'm walking a dark road, at night or strolling through the park, when the lights begin to change, I sometimes feel a little strange, a little anxious when it's dark. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I am a man who walks alone, and when I'm walking a dark road, at night or strolling through the park, when the light begins to change, I sometimes feel a little strange, a little anxious when it's dark. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. Have you run your fingers down the wall, and have you felt your neck skin crawl when you're searching for the light? Sometimes when you're scared to take a look at the corner of the room, you'll sense that something's watching you. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. Have you ever been alone at night, thought you heard steps from behind, and turned around and no one's there? And as you quicken up your pace, you find it hard to look again, because you're sure that someone's there. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. Fear of the dark, 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 fear of the dark. Watching horror films the night before, debating witches and folklore, the unknown troubles on your mind. Maybe your mind is playing tricks. You sense and sternly eyes fix on dancing shadows from behind. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. When I'm walking a dark road, I am a man who walks alone. This one?
Next to me. Please. Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa. Who might you be?
I'm Daniel.
Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den?
And the Arbiter.
Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel?
Oh, without a doubt.
Want to stop Alexander? Oh my. So Babylon shall fall, you say. You've hurried too much. Alexander is toothless without an arm.
Yeah, about that.
Yes. That's not very promising at all. The sanctum is basically impenetrable, but against my own. It could be breached by another, but Alexander broke his, my own, a long time ago. Really? Well, if you tell the truth, by all means, seek out the pieces of the broken arm and mend away. I believe he uses them for torture now. They practically leak matter, which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them. Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there.
Ouch.
Dad, I hate to bother you further, but if you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you?
Sure.
I know it sounds ridiculous. I mean, look at me. But if you find anything concerning a man named Johann Weyer, would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to help me. A recipe for some sort of potion. A tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
I can do that.
Me? I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important, you know. Barron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead husk for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds, I presume.
I'm trying to kill myself so I can restore my health.
Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient. By me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really Weyer, none other than Johann Weyer. You never heard of Johann Weyer? My God, boy, he's probably the greatest man in history, and you don't know him? Or is it the world who has forgotten? Weyer was my pupil.
Avalon!
Is it so wrong?
I have definitely watched someone play this game before, and I remember nothing about it. Well, it was a long time ago that this was super popular on the YouTubes.
I found a Mithraeus box. While the had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraeus? I suppose it was a man. It is an old faith, building temples out of caverns. The dark walls being the universe, and inside are its followers. Humans watching the sky slowly turn. But the followers do have one thing to allow them a real sense of connection to creation. The orbs.
I'm trying to kill myself so that way I can restore my health. But it's not working.
They sometimes consume themselves, or break, then used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brighton.
It's not working, is it?
Weyer was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder since the fall of the Israel faith, he was able to unshackle the horror you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide beyond the world itself. Powerful. Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison. But now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive. My pupil, Johann Weyer, said he found a way to take me with him beyond the stars. But I was too afraid to come along. Seriously. And now, all I can do is regret it. I've always hoped Weyer would return and give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here as a hostage, hoping Weyer will reveal himself. You're a good boy, Daniel, and I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Okay. We are in the end game. Cannot be opened from here. I think that's the door to the inner sanctum.
No time for sitting around.
My face is too bloodied for me to see anything. Do I have the pry bar? No. I hope I run into a monster so I can get killed and get some of my health back. This doesn't go anywhere. Stuck shut. Now, what are these switches?
August 1839. I can't stop sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
All right. Something is wrong with the machinery. Okay. An orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. Its shattered pieces lie scattered in the torture rooms. Where, oh where? A few cuts and bruises. Okay, we have sanity. That's good. I like that. This doesn't go anywhere. Well, there's Agrippa again.
Was there something else? What lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it.
Aha!
You're a good boy, Daniel, and I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around. You're a good boy, Daniel, and I appreciate your company. but I believe you have more important things to take care of.
There we go. You wouldn't believe how long that took me to figure out when I first played this all the way back in 2022 for a stream. It was the farthest I'd ever gotten with this game, actually. In all previous attempts, I either got stuck in the prisons, or I think I got as far as the cistern, but didn't put two and two together for lowering the bridge. Now that we've fixed those gears, now we should be able to get into the room that's been sealed.
Too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
How are things coming? You got the doors open? Good going. I know you could do it.
So, now what?
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Okay.
Check out the Pando Pet Cafe to play with me.
The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost. Whoa. What kind of black magic evil shit is this?
How much more, Barron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Another one of those paintings of Alexander. And the crucifixion. I'll take the tinder box. String? There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps are to take are therefore to restrain while the victim is still dazed, preceded by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of the presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient as it will trigger itself into greater fear, simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once. Wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed the amnesia drink and try again later. It seems that Baron Alexander, or the Baron, as he's actually known, is harvesting adrenochrome. Oh, what's this? Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Something was behind me. String. A tough string made from hemp. Ah! Yes. I think I know what I will do with this. Now, if memory serves correct, part of the orb lies... Yes, here you are. Better get out of here.
Get her back.
We still only have a slight headache. Now, I spent longer than I'd like to admit looking for part of the orb in one of these torture rooms because I was an idiot and didn't know where to find it. The castle's breathing. There you are. Head is pounding and hands are shaking. I believe there's supposed to be 5 pieces. There's something very wrong about this being a chapel and connected to the torture rooms.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Incoming at break.
One of the orbs is in here. I know it. I can sense it.
No, please. Do anything. Whatever you want. Anything. I'll do anything.
That's 3. There's one in the in the room with the Iron Maiden. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. Now, if I recall correctly, we attached the string with the glass jar to this piece of rope here. It cannot use the item this way? Are you sure? Oh, wait a minute. No, there's supposed to be a chunk of meat.
How are things coming? You seem to have found all the wall pieces used in the transom. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Where's the choir? Ah, this must be it. Nope. I'll take that. Nothing in here. Seems moldy too.
I know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. The taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
Nothing in here. No. Wait, hold up. There was a tinderbox in there. That's a candle. Nope. More tinder boxes. This must be the choir. Chancel? The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest and the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. Oh, I know monster sounds when I hear them.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
Alright. We want to find those orb pieces. That's our mission. I'm a man on a mission and my due diligence won't wait. There's supersonic killers in the sky.
12th of August, 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I tried to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Bucket of tar. Won't budge. I'm a man on a mission and my due diligence won't wait. There are supersonic killers in the sky. Everything you do will be analyzed. They control every step of your life. Oh, it's just a suit of armor. I thought that was a person. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I have tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, even if the orb isn't restored. I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Ooh, magic lamps, gold figures. Makes me wish I had a vault in the TARDIS. I'll have to add one at some point. It's generally frowned upon to take valuables from and artifacts from in one's travels by the Time Lords, but I wouldn't be the first to bend that rule. A piece of Damascus here, an Excalibur there, things the humans consider to not actually exist. Those won't be missed. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not getting past that. Pedestal has a smooth hemispherical depression at the top. Garlic, don't play on the keyboard now.
Is this guilt I'm witnessing, Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
The metal is in good shape. This was no use. Let's go take this hunk of meat over to the well, because I think, if memory serves correct, that is part of that's part of a puzzle. Does this door open? Won't budge. Oh, I love you too, Garlic. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how Father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate grants a certain form of pride.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
Yes, now we'll lower this. Now this bone could be of some use. I don't know what to do. I got a bone. Don't know what that's useful for.
How are things coming? You're a good boy, and I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more.
Oh, this is a route we haven't taken yet. Perhaps our answers lie here. Agrippa channels Weyer. Weyer taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Weyer claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must remain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Weyer told me to feed him a tonic made from paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer. If I can find the internal gland from a large specimen, the choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need a large amount to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling carnic. I will have to address Weyer with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. So that must be what we got now. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. choir entrance. Something died inside of him that day. Watching the man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle.
Of August 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
Unfortunately, you can't opt not to do this.
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines. Paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more. Withdraw your shadow from my domain! Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Jeez. This is Hi! Hang in there, man!
Maybe she knows.
Such filth, he thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but a burden on mankind. They shall not be missed. Something is not right here. Oh, hello, garlic.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Yep, nope, I'm not touching that. Nope, no, Now, there's supposed to be an orb around here. Oh wait, I think it's behind the Iron Maiden. We're gonna tab out really quick. One piece is located in the corner to the left of the torture wheel. Another piece is found to the right of the brass bowl. And the third piece is located in a small corridor to the left of the Iron Maiden. Here we go. Time to skedaddle. Bruh. Watch your step. Watch your step, they say. Yeah, clearly. Oh, that's just what I fucking needed. Fuck off! Hide and wait. Where? There's nowhere to hide. This room is completely open.
Nice to meet you. I'm Garlic.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
There's the orb. That puts us at 5. We need one more. Whoa, nope, nope. I hate that that thing one-shots you. No, wait, we're still missing one. Nope, that's the Iron Maiden. I ain't touching that. This This murky red fog is enveloping the area, making it difficult to see. That's the wheel. I ain't going back in there. Yeah, just fucking... This is kind of annoying. Remarkably, I'm not dead. There we go. Don't run. Excuse me? No, I have to run. Iron Maiden, check. Brass Bull. Knave, part 1. Knave, part 2.
Incoming ad break.
Okay, there's the entrance. You cross the bridge. Okay, that's helpful. I don't like it being this dark. It makes it very difficult to see. This does look different.
How is everyone?
Nope, that's the wheel. Okay, so I need to go the opposite route. I don't like that sound. Fuck out of here! It's so dark, I can't see a fucking thing. It's chasing me. I know it. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have an idea. Poison gland. Okay, good, good. I think we need the other materials for the vitae, for the solution, though. Okay, I'm not thrilled about interacting with this brazen bull. I'm not touching it. Supposedly, though, the brazen bull was commissioned by a king way back in the medieval era, and the inventor who was commissioned went through with it, and the king was basically killed him for agreeing to create such a horrific device. That's the last piece of the orb. They won't stay together. So we have this. Poison gland. Weyer's tonic. Remains vitae. As for the vitae, is it acquired by distilling the blood of a tortured human being in the transept? By ascending the spiral staircase, you will find Alexander's study where there is some string on the desk. Attaching this string to the glass jar in the rightmost torture chamber in the transept, we'll find a drainage pipe. Okay. I know where we need to go, chat. We have our heading. Oh, nope. Not that way. Straight shot from the bridge to the door. Let's get the fuck out of here. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. Yeah, we already read that.
Was there something else? Incredible. You found Weyer's recipe. There might still be a chance. Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another world. It's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate, Daniel. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic Weyer describes. And do so before you assemble the ore. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the ore, you won't be able to save me.
All right. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Go down this way.
I see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Weyer's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me.
All right.
My fate is in your hands.
No. Here we go. This is the room I was looking to get to. Can't see anything. By ascending the spiral staircase, a string on the desk attached the string to the glass jar. In the rightmost torture chamber in this transept, you will find a drainage pipe covered by a grate. Open the grate and lower the glass jar. The rightmost transept, there's a grate in here. Okay. If we head right... The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw began between his legs, had lodged itself in the hip, and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Now where do I combine these items? Can't add anything directly to the blood. The substance need to be purified first. Can't be combined by hand. According to the note, the tonic has to be made with care. Upon your subsequent escape from the cells and flight from the shadow, the quakes will cause parts of the castle to collapse, making the laboratory accessible. All right.
I see that all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Weyer's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me. Please, my fate is in your hands. I see that all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Weyer's tonic before attempting to mend the orb,
how to make tonic. Just continue the main quest, collect all... Visit the channel. Okay.
there might still be a chance for you to save me. Please, my fate.
What the fuck? Alright. We booking it, chat. I'll figure out editing this for YouTube later.